just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Zach Gentry, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run again with Harris. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Here's Pickett. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a pickup.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To the air on first down with Pickett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And Boswell has this one going left, no good. He missed it left, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Looked like he might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash because you've got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Here's Austin. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again with Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Dorrance Armstrong showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And the pressure gets to him again. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing, Prescott. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott now. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To the air again, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here we go. Going to 54, right here.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start by running the option to the right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Pickett back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Completes it to Austin. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Pickett now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Let's go.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Slipped one tackle, but no more, as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but That confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
46.
Now Prescott. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Pickett going to bootleg it. He gets it complete to Harris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pickett sets up play action. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick 6 for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monsters we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Drop for a loss there on a nice effort by Osa Odighizuwa. So the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Open man. That's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Pickett to throw on first down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Forced out to his left. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Harris running straight ahead. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Now Pickett. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, ready?
Off play action, Pickett. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack on first down, Pickett. And that is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
The Steelers on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 19. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or result. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Prescott to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now here is another interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Pickett. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They hand this off to Harris. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
Oh, he fakes a spike. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Caught the defense napping a little bit there, expecting the spike, faked it, completed the pass.
You have to be prepared for everything nowadays. You can't just go off of the look, they're going to spike it and relax. Now they complete passes downfield, and usually in key situations, this is a tough one for a defense. With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition, work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee you he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts. And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed some